Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Per Nygren, the Executive Vice President with Vlinge, a Swedish intellectual property company. Per, how you doing this morning?
Very good, thanks, Kemp. Good morning to you as well.
I normally go to Domotex in January. The last 15 years in a row, I've been there. I go there to determine what the latest innovations in floor covering are, and I missed it this year. They're not having it. What's the latest innovation developments for floor covering from Vlinge?
We really do miss the fair. Like you said, Domotex, I've been there myself the last 16 years. I also know that the Domotex was an important event for Välinge 25 years ago. Actually, this year, we launched together with Alloc the first generation of the 1G aluminum locking system.
Yeah.
Back in 1996. So it's been a very strong tradition for us to every year broadcast our latest innovations.
Let's go back to that. You're talking about locking systems. So you were one of the first companies to come up with a click system for a floating floor?
That's correct. So back in 1996, we launched the first generation, which was based on an aluminum system. And then some 5 years later, we launched what we call the 2G system. And 10 years ago, we launched our 5G system, which is what I would say is still a premium system in the locking system market.
I guess the latest innovation there is you've added a waterproof dimension to that because you have what they call 5G dry now, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Last year at Domotex, we actually pre-launched the 5G Dry. That is a system which is suitable for basically all flooring materials. It's a waterproof system if you use it in the right combination, where we do a certain profile design and a certain setting of the profile, which allows us to give that waterproof guarantee in most materials. And that's the premium system that we are actually launching as we speak now in the U.S. with our Woodura product.
Now, if I understand this correctly, where this waterproof click system is going to be used mostly will be with laminate products?
I think at the moment, the biggest demand what we see in the market is in the laminate industry. So what we've seen, the fantastic growth of the resilient category has been one of the key selling points has been the waterproof factor. I think laminate is a fantastic product, but it has taken some beats of the waterproof story. The really good locking system like the 5G Dry, I think laminate has a good capability of actually at least regaining a position and being able to offer the consumer a functional product that also withstands water.
Okay. I know another big news item for you, you mentioned a second ago, this Woodura product. This is a powder coat flooring product that has a real wood wear surface on the front, right?
That's correct. In our factory here in Vlinge in Sweden, we are producing this product. It's based on our powder technology that we have had for a few years, where the whole pressing operation allows the real wood top layer to be infused into the core. That creates a top surface which is about 3 times harder and stronger than a traditional engineered or solid wood floor. It's still 100% real wood, so the top layers are pure oak, pure walnut, pure ash, and the product is looking as beautiful as any engineered floors. But with this technology, we can create what we call XL dimensions, so basically up to 11 inch wide, 8 foot long at a very attractive cost level, which allows us to sell the product and compete with more standard and traditional dimensions.
And what thicknesses does that product come in? You know, is it half inch or a little less than half inch thick?
It's 11 millimeters, 0.43 inch thickness.
Okay, 0.4. And the interesting thing about this, I mean, for years you've been a licensing company, so you allow other manufacturers to use your technology and pay a licensing fee. And with Udura, I guess based on the massive investment it takes to be able to ramp up to produce this product, this is something you're making yourself and offering for sale here in the U.S. as a Swedish-made product, right?
That's correct. It is interesting you ask this question. For us to go to the market and sell products, which we are doing now, we launched in 2020 our U.S. company, Välinge Flooring Inc.
Yeah.
We have set up the sales organization, and we are approaching the distributors and retailers in the U.S. with this product. The reason for doing this, and actually to some extent competing with our licensees, is because to invest in a technology like the Woodura, it actually takes some investment. Like you mentioned, $10 to $20 million is probably at the starting point to get a complete line up and running. And to do that, we think we, from Välinge's side, also need to teach the market how good this product is to show and tell the features and benefits of it. We strongly believe this is the next generation of wood flooring, and we have therefore decided to at least open up the market with our technology. We still do licensing. We still have license negotiation about the Woodura technology, and we have a few companies that are looking at investing into this. But we have also decided to open up a few markets in the world to show and to get the demand in the market from the retailers.
Okay, so as we review what's going on with Vlinge, probably the most innovative product at this point is your Udura product, which is a real wood product that's 3 times more durable, you're saying.
That's correct. And also, as an option with this, and what we have done is that we have included the 5G dry locking system into the Woodura product, and that's also why we can give this waterproof promise. And we have also added our 5G climb system, which is basically that we are using a slightly modified version of the locking system, and we are using a plastic clip. These two in combination allows us to also install the Woodura product up the walls. So basically the same product that's sold in the stores as a flooring could also be offered by the retailers as a wall panel product with the exact same SKU in the stores.
Oh, interesting.
So the 5G Climb and the 5G Dry are features that we can add to the product and have added to the U.S. launch in 2021.
All right, before we run out of time, a quick update on Vlinge overall. Some people might remember that KKR was an investor in Vlinge, and they sold their interest in the company, and the Lego toy family is now an investor in the company, right?
That's correct. The Kemp investment company, which is the name of their investment arm, they are owning a minority post in the company. The founding family of Darko Parvan is still the majority owner. These ownerships we see as very long-term, strong family-owned investment families. We are today in Viken and globally 250 employees. We have about $200 million of turnover, and we have since last year also a branch office in Atlanta, and since many years an office in Shanghai as well.
Yeah, I know you've added Chip Bralick here in the United States, who I think's got a career from both Tarkett and CBC Tolley, so he's fairly new with Vlinge as well, right?
That's correct. We also have Zach Adams that's joined us last year.
Okay.
He's the general manager of our Välinge flooring company and heading the Woodura sales efforts.
Okay, Per, it's great to catch up with you again. Been talking to Per Nygren, Executive Vice President with Vlinge, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.